Coming up on Mountain News this morning, an Eastern Kentucky college asked for donations to send over to our neighbors in the western part of our state. And Governor Andy Beshear tries to boost enrollment in nursing programs across the Commonwealth.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Well, good morning to you again. It's almost 6 o'clock on this Friday morning. I can't believe it's already 6 o'clock. Man, time flies. All right, well, speaking of time flying, let's head over to Brandon Robinson for a look at that forecast that has just been, I was going to say flying through. Has it really been flying through?
Well, the wind's been blowing, so it's been causing things to fly around.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, it's been an interesting week, but it's been a warm week overall. Temperatures well above average the last few days. We'll start to finally get back closer to average as we head into Christmas week. And yes, Christmas Eve is 1 week from today, if you can believe that. So guys, I know you've been procrastinating on that shopping. You better get it done. Let's take a look at live Pinpoint Doppler radar this morning. And you see there's some heavier bands of rain down near the south borders there with Kentucky, Tennessee, and Virginia. But overall, I was trying to say otherwise and overall at the same time didn't work out well for me. You're in pretty good shape this morning for most areas. Some dense fog out there, so be aware of that as you head through the first part of your day. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Middlesboro is the warm spot at 58. Moorhead and Ashland, the cool spots at 45. And again, that's several degrees colder yesterday in those northern counties, but 25 degrees warmer this morning in Jonesville to the south. Wind fairly calm for now. That's not going to be the case for too much longer there as we head into your Saturday especially. And we're going to continue to see, again, temperatures that are a little bit cooler after we tied some records yesterday. We will not be tying the record today. 60 the forecast high, the record high, 69 back in 2006, and 47 the average high this day in December. Dakota.
All right, Brendan, thank you very much. Well, we have lost 76 fellow Kentuckians from last week's tornadoes. Their families and communities are devastated, but one man is making sure they're not forgotten. He traveled more than 1,000 miles collecting donations and thousands of flowers to put up a memorial in downtown Mayfield. Chad Hedrick has more on that memorial.
Matthew Ferguson, Megan Flenner, baby Oakland Coon, and more than 70 others gone. Their lives cut short Friday night as tornadoes ripped through western Kentucky.
It really comes home for people to see them like this life was lost, you know, in this tragedy.
This memorial stands outside what was the Graves County Courthouse. Now it serves as a place for the community to mourn, to heal.
What happens when these tragedies hit is that people don't know what to do, right? So I hear this thing, a lot of people walk around like zombies. This is essentially giving them a little push to give them a gathering spot, right?
Leo Soto is from Miami. This is the second wall of hope he has created. The first one after the Surfside building collapse. He heard about the tornadoes and connected with Michaela Watkins after she tweeted some pictures of victims. He wanted to do more, wanted to honor those precious lives.
The reason for these pictures is that you can understand that there's a face behind each casualty. Sometimes people get a little numb to, you know, these fatality numbers and it's just another incident.
It's so important because we get caught up and we just forget that some of these people, they were someone's family member.
Seeing it in person takes your breath away. It makes what happened last Friday that more real, that more overwhelming.
It's been incredible. The amount of hugs, the amount of people that have said, you know, thank you for giving us a spot to, you know, unite. I actually had a National Guardsman walk up to me and say, hey, it's been really depressing these last 4 days, and then this is the first time that I feel some hope.
A feeling this community needs as we remember our neighbors in western Kentucky. In Mayfield, Chad Hedrick, WKYT.
Well, Leo has now started the Wall of Hope Foundation. He plans to travel the country and put up these memorials should there be a tragedy in other communities. You can find this story over on our website. Big Sandy Community and Technical College is hosting a donation drive, and then one of the college's instructors is driving the donations over to western Kentucky. The college is filling a tractor trailer with supplies for storm victims. The idea stems from the college's CDL program, where one instructor came up with the idea and volunteered to drive the truck and trailer to their sister college, Owensboro Community and Technical College, which is close to some of the affected counties.
Community is everything to us. We are here to support each other through good times and bad, and we really come together and we pay it forward because people have helped us in the past, so it's our turn to help them.
Now, the trailer will be leaving on Monday, 8 a.m. You can find out more about what can be donated on the college's Facebook page. The Powell County Search and Rescue Team has returned from helping with rescue efforts in western Kentucky. Now, they say they knew they had to help out after hearing of the aftermath, just as they were helped out during the devastating floods earlier this year. Allie Blake spoke to the team about their experience.
When you first get there, it's heartbreaking. I mean, these people has lost everything.
David Conrad, president of Powell County Search and Rescue, and 15 others with 4 dogs traveled to western Kentucky to assist with rescue and recovery.
You know, we had to come back to regroup and things. We want to go back, but now it's a long road of cleanup.
Even in the midst of devastation, generosity and kindness still flourished. While the team was assisting people, they had no place to stay, but a kind stranger gave them shelter.
She asked us where we were staying at that night, and we was like, we're going to sleep in the vehicles. And she's like, no, you're going to come to my house, and you're all going to stay there. So she opened her home up to all 16 of us and told us to bring our dogs in.
Conrad mentioned that even those that had lost everything were still helping out, including a gentleman they met in Dawson Springs.
He had a whole box of pizza there and had all kinds of waters. And, you know, we thanked him and said, no, we're good at this time. And he goes, yeah, it's my house right there. And I mean, his house is leveled, but he's still out in the community giving.
The Powell County Search and Rescue Team, along with the Clay City Fire Department, will be taking donations to send to western Kentucky indefinitely to help out the families still in need. In Powell County, Allie Blake, WKYT.
Now, if you want more information on how you can help or to donate those in need, you can visit our website at WYMT.com. Well, we are teaming up with the Salvation Army to raise money for tornado relief efforts. When you support Kentucky Rises and the Salvation Army Disaster Services, 100% of your donation is applied to the disaster survivors in those communities. There are several ways to donate. You can text HL Tornado to 51555 or go to WYMT.com. Well, the nursing shortage and need for nurses is becoming an imminent need in the United States. Governor Andy Beshear calls it an emergency. Our Jade Saylor spoke with the local chief nursing officer about the problem and possible solutions.
Governor Andy Beshear declared the nursing shortage in Kentucky an emergency, an ongoing issue that only accelerated during the pandemic.
And during this pandemic, that has caused a lot of additional stress on nurses, and you take a new nurse dealing with the pandemic, it's very, very difficult. Even with the older nurses, it's very difficult.
Baptist Health Corbin is beginning to launch programs to help bring nurses in.
I have 5 local schools that offer nursing programs, and 4 out of the 5 have partnered with us. They do their clinicals here.
But the bigger problem is getting nurses to stay.
I think retention is going to be a big thing that he's going to have to help us focus on, because it's easy for me to recruit them, but keeping them after they get here is the bigger deal.
Baptist Health provides a number of benefits for their nurses in hopes they will stay in their hospital.
We offer them student loan forgiveness through a company, and we assist with that. We also offer them tuition reimbursement if they want to go back to school to get their BS degrees or their masters or whatever.
Sherry Mays says Governor Beshear acknowledging the shortage is a big step in the right direction. In Corbin, Jade Saylor, WIMT Mountain News.
Well, at this rate, it is expected that Kentucky will be short 16,000 nurses by 2024. Hospital staff hope Governor Beshear's new plan will steer things in the right direction. Well, with the holiday season in full swing, health leaders are stressing the importance of protecting yourself against COVID-19. Health officials worry about a potential spike in COVID cases after holiday gatherings. They also stress the importance of vaccination before meeting with your loved ones this year. Another possible issue is that flu season is also here.
Both of those are tremendously terrible illnesses. They will have you sick with body aches and fevers for a week to 10 days. You don't want one of these at all. I can't imagine how terrible it would be to have both of them.
Well, data shows nearly 80% of all COVID hospitalizations are in the unvaccinated or not fully vaccinated.
6:08 here on this Friday morning. We're still tracking some rain over the last few hours. It's not been too bad. It's been more intermittent and scattered in the overnight, hanging out near the Kentucky, Virginia, and Tennessee borders. Going to start rolling a little further north here in the next few hours. Visibility pretty rough out there in some spots, especially where it has rained earlier, and now the fog has built in. So we've got 1 mile visibility. Actually, let's say 2.5 miles visibility or less in many areas out there, from Jackson all the way down to about Harlan and Jonesville there this morning in those eastern counties. 45 in Moorhead and Ashland, 58 in Middlesboro. That's our range this morning. 60 late today, maybe even toward midnight there, because temperatures are going to climb steadily throughout the day, slowly but steadily, as scattered showers and cloud cover continues. And we're going to see that stalled front continue to cause us problems in the weekend before it finally moves out. Milder temperatures hang around for a couple more days, but they're not going to last too much longer before a cooler Christmas week kicks in. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Well, more news is on the way when we come back. Kentucky dogs displaced by tornadoes in the western part of the Commonwealth get some help with finding new homes.